Hi, hello, welcome everybody. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome in if you are new here. We are going to do a color in chat today. Color by numbers specifically and chit chat. We're going to catch up a little bit. I haven't been around since my last video, and I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for those of you who are looking for weekly videos. I got to get it together. They've been giving me full-time hours at work, but we'll get into all that. The book I am working in is Hatchet Heroes. Oh, Hatchet Little Heroes. That's the name. I'm not going to even butcher that. Mystery coloring. Care Bears. Care Bears. Color by numbers. The one I am working on is a buddy color. I know T usually watches my videos, so T, this is our buddy color. If you don't want to spoil a surprise of what your buddy color with me in this Care Bears book is gonna look like, girl, go ahead and skip the video for today. But if you don't care, go ahead and keep watching. I've been working on this since last night. I've been crocheting and I've been latch hooking, and I got a little upset. A lot of things are going on, and which we'll get into, but I just felt like doing something a little different to try to take my mind off of everything that is going on. So I decided to color, and I didn't want to color something that wasn't color by numbers because I didn't want too much thought into picking colors and pencils and markers, and so I just wanted something that was already kind of thought out, which is a color by numbers. They tell you what colors to use. All I had to do is color match. So I have a couple grays here. These are the Guangna acrylic marker high gloss. I got these from Temu, in case you're interested. They call them a fine tip, but I think these are like a 1 millimeter. These are the thicker tip. These are water-based pigments, powerful coverage marker, big volume ink. I don't know. These are cool. I love these. I hope I'm going to be able to find them again when they all start running out, because I don't think there's a Guangna website per se where I can like purchase, just like if I just needed a certain pink, just one pink and one red. I don't think there's a way of doing that. I think I have to purchase the whole pack all over again. So there is some gray, and I think this particular Care Bear, if I remember from the series, is a boy. In his belly there is some gray shading on the white belly and on the muzzle. So I'm going to try to match the gray as best as possible out of the only grays I have. That one's nice. I don't want to go too light because it might show through. Oops. Some of these haven't even been used yet. That's I think too blue, so we'll put that one aside. And we haven't used this one yet. That's too gray blue, I think. I'm waiting for them to dry. I do this over. I'm gonna go with this one. I may come to regret it. Maybe a little bit darker, but, and this is number 2 on the page. So I hope everybody's doing well. At least I hope everybody's doing better than me and Julio over here. We are hanging in by threads at this point. I don't know where to start. First of all, as you guys know, I have 3 ferrets, 2 boys and a girl. I had 2 girls and 2 boys, but one girl passed away a couple months ago. She had a heart condition. She needed a pacemaker. It was $15,000. We had to let her go. We just can't afford $15,000 surgery for a little animal, and it's unfortunate. I wish I could, because if I was a Mega Millions winner, I would have paid the $15,000 for her surgery, no, hands down. But you all see where I work. I work in a damn grocery store bakery. I don't have that type of money. I don't think I'll have that in a lifetime saved up. So anyways, now my other female ferret is very sick. She has adrenal disease, which we have been taking care of the past year. We got her an implant put in her back, which has helped her tremendously. So it was worth the money that we spent on it, or that Julio spent on it, because Julio's the one that paid for it. But now I think the effects of the implant is wearing off. It only lasts about 6 to 12 months. We have just about gotten a full 12 months out of it. She would have been due in July for another one, July 2nd. But she has lost an insane amount of weight, and she's already skinny to begin with. She's a petite, skinny little thing. And she's lost a lot of weight. You can see her spine and her hips, and I feel really bad for her. And she eats, okay? She's not like she's not eating. She eats. And she drinks still. So she hasn't lost appetite. But I think it's the effects of the implant wearing off so quickly. If I would have known this, I probably would have gotten the implant done a lot sooner. The other problem is saving up the money to cover the cost for a new implant and a new consultation, which we can't get out of no matter what vet we go to. And we were under the assumption that the particular veterinary hospital that we go to with Willow was the only one around that took exotic animals. Ferrets are considered exotic animals when it comes to bringing them to the vet. So you have to find specialized vets that will see an exotic animal. Most vets just see cats, dogs, and maybe birds and bunnies if you're lucky. And a hamster or 2 in there. But yeah, they wanted for a consultation, like a checkup consultation, plus the implant, plus the numbing shot that they give her to put it in, because it's a big needle that goes in. They wanted like $800, $900. We just don't have that. We get that we can't get out of the consultation because it's been a year, so she's probably due for another one. So I out of desperation, I went searching on Google to see if there's any other exotic veterinary hospitals that see ferrets, and I happened to find one in Westfield, New Jersey, which is not too far down the parkway from my house. It's actually closer than where we were going before. Before was a 30-minute drive there and a 30-minute drive back, which is taxing on my sick animal to be locked up in a carrier for 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, and probably locked up in the carrier while they're taking a look at her in the back room at the veterinary hospital, waiting in the waiting room in the carrier. You know, it's a lot on the sick animal. So, you know, I'm trying to find something that's shorter distance drive, and a little bit cheaper. And believe it or not, consultation plus implant plus sedation to do the same thing we were going to do for $900 at the other vet will cost us about $500 at this new vet. Still expensive, but way cheaper. By what? We're talking 9 to 5, about $400 cheaper. That's insane, don't you think? I mean, vets are really, they're just rip-offs, man. We're supposed to be helping people care for their fur children, and I mean, at least offer some sort of payment plan. But they don't do that either. I don't at least think this vet does that either. I know the current vet that we do normally go to doesn't offer that. They want all their money at time of service. So it's just very stressful. So every day I cry every time she wakes up from a nap, and I watch her walk around my room and stuff. I get very upset because I just don't know if she's suffering or not. And it's hurtful because I really just don't want any of my animals to suffer or feel ill and sick. You know, I just don't want that to happen. Oh, here she is now. Hi, honey. Oh. She just kind of walks around and then lays down and then walks around and then lays down, and I think she's a little lethargic. Go back to your bed, Bubba. Go back to your bed. She's sleeping a lot, you know. And also the point of the consultation is to find out if maybe she's just too far gone, and maybe she's ready to go. You know, maybe we just have to bite the bullet and just accept the fact that maybe she is just declined and medicine isn't going to help her anymore. And maybe we have to euthanize her. So that's the other tough part of the process we have going on right now. We don't want to euthanize our fur babies, but if it'll put them at peace and it will stop all the heartache and, you know, the pain for them, then, you know, that's what we do. So that's where it's at with Miss Willow. I call her Willow Jean. With Miss Willow Jean. She's not playing anymore. She's really not doing much of anything anymore, just sleeping a lot. That's how I know she doesn't feel good. So I think we're going to color the heart inside the belly here. Let's see. What else has been going on? I'm sorry, guys, if I pause for a minute and I seem to not talk, or I'm losing train of thought, it's because she's awake from a nap and she's walking around, and I just want to make sure she maybe goes to the food dish and eats a little bit, or at least gets some water for herself. You know, we're just monitoring her as closely as possible while we are home from work. So yeah, sorry guys, my little girl had an accident on the floor. That's the other thing going on with her. She's not making it to the pee-pee pads that we have set up around the room, and she just can't control her bladder at this point. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on. We were gonna color the belly. I just want to take a quick peek in the back. I won't show you guys. Oh, it's rainbow. Okay, just making sure I'm not going crazy. Number 4 is yellow. Oh, and the other pens or acrylic paint pens I'm using, acrylic pens I'm using are the Graby acrylic gel pen. That's what they are. Extra large ink cartridge, rollerball tip in vibrant colors, non-toxic, acid-free, 1.0 millimeter tip. These are amazing. I love these. Let me see if I have a darker one so you can see the logo. These are great. They work superb. Okay. So Adrian, any other news that's going on? Yeah, I'll tell you what's going on. I've been working a lot, which is why I haven't been on here as much, or I've been non-existent at this point, and I'm very sorry, you guys. I want to be able to keep my subscribers, and I don't want you guys to run away from my channel, so I promise I will pick up the pace and start doing some videos again, whether it's a coloring chat or diamond painting whipping chat. I gotta get back in the groove. It's been mainly because of work, and I recently had what they call a root canal retreat on one of my previous root canals that were done, and unfortunately it was done terribly by the dentist, and I got an infection in there. Actually, I got an infection in 3 separate root canals, and now they all have to be retreated. So that's what's going on with that. I just had a retreat done, I think it was last week. And there's a 5% chance that when you have this done, there's a 5% chance that one of the patients, which I was one of them, was going to develop what they call a flare-up. Sorry, you guys. My grandmother was calling up to me, and I had to take care of the ferret. I had to give her a little a little treat for her. I just want her to eat something. I don't care if it's even a little chicken treat at this point, as long as she eats something, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, yes, I've been working. No, they haven't signed me on as an official full-timer yet. I have to be fully trained to become a full-timer. There's a lot that I have to learn to be considered qualified for a full-time position. But in the meantime, when people go on vacation or whatnot, my new bakery manager, because remember my old bakery manager is out on medical leave right now. My new bakery manager has been upping my hours. She's just been she has been changing the schedule around to give me more hours, so I can shadow her and train with her. So I've been getting about anywhere from 37 to 40 hours a week. So I've been super busy. I've been working 6 a.m. to 2:30 in the afternoon, which is it's a long day. I'm really tired and exhausted and don't feel like doing much of anything when I come home from this place. So you can see I haven't even been feeling like crafting all that much, which is, it feels sad to think about that. It just sucks. But anyways, but yeah, I've been making more money. I got some help paying off all the credit card debt that I had. my family member helped me pay them off. And now I'm paying my family member off. So regardless if I was paying directly to the companies or paying my family member, I'm still paying things off, but at least I don't have that looming over my head anymore. Anyways, what else has been going on? Julio has been in and out of the hospital. Oh, I was talking about my dental retreat. Yes, I forgot. I completely forgot. I was talking to you guys about that. So my root canal got retreated. I had to go to the hospital because within 24 to 48 hours, I broke out with a flare up, which means I had inflammation in my bones in my mouth where the retreat was done. And in the infection, the pus was trying to come out. I know. TMI, Adrian. TMI. I know. Too much information. I'm sorry. So yeah, I developed an abscess on my gum line, which was, pretty much taking all the rest of the infection out of my mouth. So I was put on a high dose of antibiotics and, some low grade, painkillers, which, you know, really upset me a couple days down the line that I was taking the painkillers, because as you guys know, well, if you've been on my channel long enough, I am a recovering addict, which means I used to do painkillers and all that crap a long time ago, and I was heavily addicted. And I got help for it, and I got over it, and I have 8 years clean. And they always told us in meetings, if you ever get sick, if you have surgery, if you're in pain because of a medical issue, as long as you follow the doctor's directions, because you know you're always embedded in your mind that you can never do drugs again. Well, yes, I will never do heroin again. I will never do cocaine again. Yes, obviously. But as far as like painkillers are concerned that are prescribed by a doctor, you would think, oh, if something happens to me, if I'm in a car accident and I have surgery and I'm in severe pain, you know, Tylenol and Motrin ain't gonna cut that. So am I supposed to just live in pain? And I was taught in meetings, you don't have to turn down the painkillers, the narcotics. You can get a low dose of narcotic or whatever the doctor decides to prescribe. And as long as you follow the doctor's orders and the instructions on the bottle, and you stop taking them when the pain stops, then there's no problem. So, which I have done. I took them as prescribed, and then I turned in the rest of the bottle to my grandmother. I let her hold on to them because I am having another retreat done in August. So we will never know if I will have another flare up and I may need them again. So she's holding on to them for safekeeping, which I think is a better idea than me holding on to them and being tempted and whatnot. What I am worried about is, you know, this stuff is in my system now, and it takes maybe a couple days to a week or two for it to completely leave your system, you know, flush out of your system. I am still considered overweight, even though I lost 60-70 pounds. And I still have fat on my body, so this stuff gets stuck in your system, your liver, your fat, and I don't do a lot of exercise to sweat. So, you know, I'm just gonna have to drink a lot of water, because I reapplied the position for the county job that I'm always talking about with you guys that I'm interested in. I'm pretty sure they drug test for the driving job, obviously, for obvious reasons. And they just reposted back on the county website for the job again. So I reapplied and put a new application in. So, you know, it's in the back of my mind, like, you know, all this time I have not taken a single drug other than Motrin or antibiotics when I was sick. So I had never had anything in my system for the past 8 years. So I get nervous at the fact that I took stuff, and what happens if they call me for an interview? I just put the application in today. I mean, you know, who knows when they're going to call, if they're going to call. But if they did call and interviews go right, and then I have to go for the physical and the drug screen, I get nervous, you know, that my chances might be screwed up because of this. But I mean, I'm pretty sure if I told them I had a prescription, it was from a doctor, maybe the circumstances would be different. You know, I'm just nervous. I'm overthinking things. I'm just overthinking things. You know, I just don't want to screw up chances to get a job I've been waiting for, and a chance to get the hell out of the bakery. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sticking with the bakery because that's all I got going on right now. And I need the money, and they're offering the hours, so I'm, you know, I keep it. But I really don't want to be here anymore. I want a good paying job with less work. And that's exactly what the county job is. It's a good paying job for less work. So, anyways, so other than that, Julio has been in and out of the hospital quite a bit. He literally just went back to work this past week. He's been out of work for quite some time. So that's been sucky for him. You know, I know he's not happy that he's not making any income and whatnot. So, you know, I think he's happy he's back to work, but at the same time now his favorite ferret is sick, so now he's upset he can't be home with her. Even though I'm home with her today, and he'll be off of work. Tomorrow is his day off, so he'll be home with her tomorrow, and her consultation with the new vet is on Wednesday. So a couple days, we just got to make it a couple days, and hopefully we can get some answers and stuff and whatnot, you know, about our baby. Oh God, I just fucked that up. Excuse my language. So anyways, what have you guys have been working on? Have you been diamond painting a lot? Have you been coloring a lot? Have you been crochet knitting a lot? Have you not been doing anything? Have you guys just been busy like me at work? I've just been in my own world. What else is new? I don't know what else is new. I lost 4 pounds. Is that good news to share? I think so. Yeah, I lost 4 pounds. After gaining like 30 pounds back, I lost 4 pounds. I think I told you guys, I don't know if I ever told you guys, I went back on the weight loss shots, the GLP-1. And at first I wasn't losing any weight. It's been 2 months, damn nearly 2 months. And I haven't been losing any weight because they've been low dosing me, because it's a new company I'm going through. And so of course they got to play it by the book, and they have been giving me low doses to get my body adjusted to it. But I really didn't need a low dose. I needed to start where I left off. I know for sure I would have been able to handle a higher dose to start with. But I didn't want to argue with the company. It is what it is. But they finally got me back up to a little bit higher dose, and next month will be even higher. So I'm happy about that. But in the meantime, I finally started losing weight, because I was gaining weight on these shots, which was really, really shitty. But I finally started losing weight again, thank God. It's finally starting to suppress my appetite, and it's helping with the cravings, just a smidge, not a whole bunch. but enough where I'm not overeating like crazy. So that's a good thing. So I'm excited to move up to the next dose. And once we get all this situated with the ferret, you know, start walking and exercise. I don't know, it's a nice day. I might take a walk today just to clear my head a little bit and get out and get some exercise. Because I am super upset about my animal, and I'm overly tired from work. It's nuts. I keep putting the cap back on this gel pen, and then every time I go to the next blank spot, it's the same color. So I'm thinking about getting back. Maybe I might been feeling my coloring mojo come back, so maybe I might work on a couple color by numbers. And maybe I'll just crochet at night. I'm working on some blankets that I'm going to be gifting people. One's for my boss, and the other one is for another YouTuber, a crochet YouTuber here on YouTube. I won her giveaway, and I wanted to thank her. You know, for the lovely yarn that she sent me, and I love watching her videos. If you're curious, if you're a crocheter and you're looking for somebody new to watch, she's a pretty cool girl. Her name is Samantha. I think it's Samantha, but she calls herself Sammy or Sam, I believe. Humble Hooker, I believe that's her handle here on YouTube. She's really cool beans. I love watching her content. As a matter of fact, she's a person I've already watched everything she has listed on her or posted on her channel, and I've rewatched her content over and over again a couple times. I don't really seem to get bored with her stuff, and it's entertaining to watch. So I like to rewatch and give her the hours, you know, why not? Whew. I think it's about 70 something degrees, 73 or 74 today. It's pretty nice and it's breezy. So I think I will take the opportunity and go put my headphones on and go for a nice little walk. So anyways, other than that, we are preparing little by little for our trip to Disney in October. I am a little nervous to get on the plane. I am not even going to front on that one. I am very nervous to get on the plane. Even though it's only like a 2-hour plane ride, but I'm just a nervous flyer. I really am. Hello? Oh, this pen wasn't working. I was about to get upset. Whoops. So my sister has been enjoying diamond painting. I'm really glad I finally got her into it. And she said, "Oh, you have a lot more diamond paintings in the basement, right?" And I say, "Oh yeah, I have a couple hundred." And she says, "Oh good, now I don't have to buy any and I can just take them off your hands." So which is cool, because there was a bunch that I wanted to either destash or throw out, and now I can just give them all to my sister, which is convenient, because I don't mind the loss in money. It's not a loss because she would have bought them anyway. And you know, when she has new crafts that she does, that she has extra of, she gives them to me to do, like the paint by numbers. She got me into paint by numbers, and I got her into diamond painting. So it was a fair trade. So I don't know. Also, maybe today I'll go in the basement and look for some diamond paintings for her. Who knows? I want to give her some cute ones. I know she likes cats and stuff. She's another animal lover, like some of you guys out there. You like doing animal diamond paintings. I don't really have a lot of animal diamond paintings that I can offer her, but I have some nice ones, some cute ones. She doesn't mind doing the portraits either, so that's pretty cool. So I'm really looking forward to next week coming up, because my boss disclosed to me that she was going to give me Sunday and Monday off. So it's going to be my first 2 days off in a very long time, because lately I've only been getting like 1 day off at a time. So she's going to give me 2 days off, and that's just absolutely wonderful. I'm going to spend some time at home, spend some time crafting. I wanted to get back into my miniatures again. I feel like I overdid the miniatures a little bit. Once I got into them, I went like head heels in, and then like I bought a shit ton of them, and then there's one or actually two of them that are kind of like whips that are like they're finished halfway through. One is not even halfway through. It's just kind of started. And I really want to work on them and finish them and stuff like that. But, I just kind of got it was starting to be too much. So, I put them aside for a little while. D. I'm going to do this nice pink color. Make sure I'm not touching anything wet. I always stick my hands. I have a tendency to stick my hand in a wet part of it. These gels don't like dry quick. So it's like painting. So I also really want to do my nails. I haven't done my nails in a very long time. Julio's at work until 9 today, so I may take the opportunity to do my nails, color a little bit, look for some diamond paintings for my sister. In the meantime, keeping an eye on Willow. D, right? We're on D. Some D up here. Some D's. What else is new? Not much else is new. I think I told you everything is new, or what's been going on lately. Since I got help paying off credit cards that I accrued when I wasn't making that many hours at work, I kind of made a deal, since my family member helped me pay them off. I am really not to be overly spending, or spending period, at this point, on anything new. I'm supposed to be using what I got in my stash, which is, I mean, if you guys, you know, if you're a fellow crafter out there, it's kind of hard to go on a no-buy, because there's constantly new diamond paintings and coloring books. There's a coloring book I really want, but I don't think it's coming out until like August or July or October. It's a Halloween book by Hannah Carlzon. It's already out on a different website, but I really wanted to buy it from Amazon. So I'm waiting for it to come out on Amazon this year. So I'll be saving my pretty pennies for that. Yes, I will. And that will be a buy that I really earned. I haven't, other than the other diamond painting I showed you guys recently, I haven't bought any other diamond paintings. I really am not. There are some diamond paintings from some small shops that I really, really want. But I don't think I'm really going to buy them as of right now, because I just have other priorities first at this point. I need to get Willow taken care of and whatnot. I do, however, want a new tattoo. I want a new finger. I want to do my fingers. But these 4 at least. I don't know about what I want to do with my thumb, but I want to do my fingers. Here, 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 and here. I want a... Ooh, did I just give myself a paper cut? I want a Hello Kitty character cinnamon roll. Cinema roll. I don't know. People always correct how I say his name. I'm going to just call it cinnamon roll. I don't give a damn. Okay. And I want a cupcake or frosting bag because I am a cake decorator. And I may choose to get Willow's paw print on one of these, you know, just like this. I have Ash's name and paw print. I kind of want her name too, but I can get her name in a separate place. But I really want her paw print done. So I want to get a paw print for her. I also need to get a paw print for my other little girl that passed away, Ezzy. So that needs to be done, whether it's on this hand or the other hand. But yeah, I want to tattoo my fingers. It's part of my sleeve, you guys. It's part of my sleeve. And since I've been making a couple extra hours, I figured, you know, why the hell not? The place that I go to usually has tattoo deals, but I know their deals don't run for fingers, necks, and hands and feet, I think. So I don't think I'd be getting a deal anyway. I got a little game. I got a little playtime on my Nintendo Switch recently. Since Julio bought me the Nintendo Switch, I really haven't played it all that much, even though I really wanted one. You know, my goal was always to save up for one and buy one for myself. But Julio went ahead and surprised me and bought one for me one of these last year. Which was cool. And he bought me the Animal Crossing game that I really wanted. What else can I say? Yes, I want new tattoos. I want a new tattoo more than I want a new diamond painting. So yeah, I really want to save money to start working on my sleeve a little bit more. I've been looking at the same tattoos forever, and I love all my tattoos, no matter how old they are. But I just want to start adding to my sleeve like I've always planned to. But tattoos are they get very pricey. And for some reason, the place I go to, they're even pricier because they're on your hand. I may look into the other place that I used to go to and see if it's a little bit cheaper, but they want to charge me like $90 to $100 just to do a finger. It's just, that's effing ludicrous. It really is. I don't know why it's so expensive just for a finger or a hand. No, I didn't pay that for these. I got these on a Halloween special, and they just so happened to do my hand for me when I asked. but now they've maybe too many people are asking for hands to get done, and they stopped offering hands as part of the special. It's pretty shitty. I just started coloring something in, and I wasn't even, I had to stop and think. I'm like, oh, am I doing the right number? It's almost beach season, you guys. Who's excited for beach season? Are you a summer lover like me? It's funny, like, I love the summer. I like the warm weather, but I don't like sweating, and I don't like being like uncomfortably hot. Does that make sense? You know, 70s, 80s are pretty cool, but like 90s, 100s heat wave type of deal is not cool. I don't like that. Not only do they makes me overly hot, makes my animals hot, it dries out my vegetable garden, it kills them off. Last year, just my vegetable garden got burnt to hell by the heat waves that we kept having. It was ridiculous. Right now, my vegetable garden is thriving. It's really doing lovely. They went from little plants to huge plants, and they're gonna just only get bigger, and they look great. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really hoping I get some nice veggies this year. So yeah, we are trying to grow. We have 2 tomato plants. We have a strawberry plant. And we have an orange and red bell pepper plant. And we also have, what else do we have? What's the one in the front? Oh, broccoli. We're trying broccoli out this year. Or we're trying to grow broccoli. We already eat broccoli. We like we're broccoli lovers in this house. But we have never grown broccoli before. We didn't try it last year. And right now the broccoli plant is doing amazing. It looks great. So I'm super excited about that. So in 2 weeks, I have a meeting with my store supervisor to tell them what I have learned so far as it's called a Rising Stars program that I'm in, to make me a full-timer. That's what they call it, Rising Stars. I'm in the Rising Stars program. And they have like quarterly meetings that you meet with the supervisors and the specialists that work in the district. And you sit down and you share with them what you learned, what you haven't learned yet. You know, what information are you retaining? I don't know what else is discussed in the meeting. I have never been to one. I'm very nervous. It seems like so businessy and so serious. I'm just very, very nervous to go to this meeting, because I've never had to do these type of meetings before. Last time I was made a full-timer in my store that closed, they just made me a full-timer and threw me to the wolves and started giving me 40-45 hours a week, and I had to learn as I go. But they don't do crap like that anymore. You have to learn everything first, and then when a position opens up, when you have finally learned everything and they know you know how to do everything, then they offer you a position in the store you're in or in another store somewhere else. And that's all she wrote. So yeah, that's how that works. But you know, I think they're like training me as manager, but I don't want to be trained as a manager. I don't want to be a bakery manager. Sure, eventually down the line it may be more money, but I don't really care about that. I really don't want that type of responsibility. I see how I see how all the managers, especially the bakery managers, are treated, and how much, like how on their ass the store managers are on the top of them all the time. I just don't think I can handle that type of pressure. I'm just about handling the pressure that I get as a partial full-timer. You know, I'm just about had enough with that type of pressure. I'm trying to be a grown-up as best as I can. Oh, you guys. It's tough being an adult. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's just stressful. I like doing adult things like shopping, but I don't like doing adult things like working. No, let me refrain that. I liked being a part-timer. I didn't like the lack of money as a part-timer, but I liked my hours because I was in at 6, out at 10 a.m. I had a whole day left to myself when I came home. I can get shit accomplished at home. Now, I haven't even had time to clean, do nothing. Nothing. It sucks. It really does suck. So, I haven't had time to do my nails. I haven't had time to even breathe. I'm so sore, you know. When you go from working really shitty part-time hours to working 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, your body's gonna get sore. At least, you know, doing the type of physical work I do, your body gets sore. You get tired. You get very, very tired. And I'm exhausted, guys. I'm really effing exhausted. E. Oh, light pink. Hi, Gage. Hi, Bubba. My babies are up from their nap. I miss talking to you guys. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. That's my bad. I've just been really, really preoccupied. I apologize. Every now and then I try to put a short out just for your entertainment and show you guys what I have been completing and or working on. But now in these days, I go to start a project in bed and I work on it for 15-20 minutes, and then I'm just so tired that I actually fall asleep working on the project in bed. Like my crochet or latch hook projects. Yesterday I came home from work. I changed into my PJs, and then I laid, I propped up my bed and stuff, and I grabbed one of my crochet blankets I'm working on, and before you know it, I was falling asleep. I took an hour nap. And I'm not really much of a napper. Lately I definitely have been a napper. which kind of sucks because then I feel like I'm wasting my day away. I like to come home and craft and watch my TV shows and stuff that I don't normally have time to do anymore. And instead I end up falling asleep, and that's all she wrote, folks. Sucks. 6. Like aqua teal. I don't know it's wet anymore. I don't know what I'm sticking my hand in. I think maybe I'll start another Care Bears page after this. Yeah. I'm in the groove now. I like the Care Bears page because I have so many pastel rainbowy colors with the gel pens, the acrylic gel pens, and they match up so well. They match up very, very well in this Care Bears book. Wow, it really is beautiful outside that I'm watching the world from my window. It looks really nice. Ooh, this is one of my favorite episodes. I have my TV on mute. I have my YouTube on mute right now. But I have something playing in the background while I'm talking to you guys. It's the children's show Goosebumps from like the 80s and 90s. I think 90s more like it. And this is the Horrorland episode on Goosebumps, where the family goes to an amusement park called Horrorland, and they almost end up getting eaten by a beast. Isn't it hard to believe that's a children's show from the 90s? Now children's shows are like, you know, SpongeBob, Bluey. But back then, kids like us that are in my generation and maybe older used to watch Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Things that Ren and Stimpy. Things that I don't think are very appropriate for children, but if you watch some of these Goosebumps episodes and these Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes, it makes you wonder like how appropriate it was for an actual child to watch. I'm being serious. I've watched all the Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps episodes. I've seen every single one, and I've seen them multiple times. I've watched them on reruns, and I'm telling you, they're just, some of them are very questionable, as if they are child appropriate. But I'll tell you right now, my 7-year-old stepson, I really wish he would sit down and watch the episodes with me and Julio when we watch them. Get some culture in his life other than SpongeBob and Minecraft. He's coming over tonight. You know what I call him, the little shit. Little shit's coming to visit tonight. Julio has work till 9. He's being dropped off at 8:30, which means me and Grandma are going to be stuck fucking babysitting again, which sucks. Which is why I'm getting my YouTube time in now with you guys, because he makes a hell of a lot background noise and I don't need it. So anyways, this page is turning out very, 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 very cute. 5. I have a diamond painting that I need to finish. I only have, I think, a couple square sections left on her, and she'll be finished. My mermaid, you know, Ocean Breeze. You guys remember that painting that I've been working on? I did a couple whip and chats with you guys to work on her, and yeah, she's almost finished. She's almost finished, but I just get sick of doing it, so I don't work on it as often. Oops. Make sure I'm not sticking my hand in a wet spot. I did change one of the colors in this page. It was supposed to be like a dark burgundy red, all this red background. But I didn't have a gel pen in that color, so I just made it bright red. I think the bright red looks great. I think it looks amazing. It's nice and vibrant. I don't know why they would have put burgundy in a Care Bears book. Ooh. Okay. We're almost finished, you guys. And then I gotta whip out my white paint markers to do the white section. It irks my soul deep down inside when I see... Here's a hot take. I think it's called a hot take. This would be considered a hot take. It irks my soul when I see other colorists. Do as you please. Okay, don't mind my opinion though. I hope this doesn't offend anybody. But it irks my soul when I see colorists that are coloring and coloring by numbers. And there is a section that is clearly meant to be white. And if you are a colorist and you know, white gel pens and white paint markers aren't very opaque. So when you color the white section, like the white section, the belly and the muzzle, here, you're going to probably wonder what I'm talking about. See all the lines? For some strange reason in these color by number books, they still tend to put lines even though there's no numbers for them because it's just meant to be white. Some colorists, I've seen them on YouTube, will not take a white paint marker or white acrylic paint and paint over the section. They just leave it with lines, and it drives me up the wall. It drives me crazy. Cause it's an easy fix. Acrylic paint or there's white acrylic paint markers that are literally paint and a marker that will mostly cover the lines pretty well. And you could buy them off Amazon. You don't even have to step foot in a craft store to buy it. You can buy off Amazon. There's just been quite a few colors that just leave it with the lines. And I just don't know why they do that. It irks my soul, though. It irks my soul. It's a sin. It's a sin to leave. Here's the hot take. It is a sin to leave black lines on a clearly what is supposed to be white section in a color by numbers book. Please don't do that. There are ways of covering it up. Oh God, it just has me riled up right now. I'm sorry, you guys. But would it be a Diamonds, Crafts and Crochet, or some of you still call me Bling from the old days? But would it be a Diamonds, Crafts and Crochet video, a actual whip and chat without a rant in there somewhere? No, it wouldn't be. That's crazy. I'll show you. Hopefully I didn't lose them in the sauce somewhere. Hopefully I left them where I can find them when I pause the video, but I'll show you the white paint markers that I use in case you are a fellow colorist out there, or you do coloring. If you work in color by numbers and you yourself have been wondering, how do I cover up what is supposed to be a white section, but it's covered in black lines? I will show you. Hopefully I didn't lose my paint markers. It's been a while since I've colored, and I don't know where I placed all my stuff. Hopefully I can pause the video real quick. It'll be 2 seconds for you. It'll probably be 20 minutes for me. But I will show you how to complete your page. The page is, I'm sorry, the page is not completed until the white is colored in. C, which is red. I must have missed this earlier. These grabies are, here's another hot take. No, they are grabies. These Gravy acrylic gel pens are superior. Here's my hot take, my other hot take for the day. They really are. They're really, really nice. They color in really nice. They're really, really opaque. They're wonderful. What did I just stick my hand in? Yellow? Yellow. And last but not least, a color in the color D, which is pink, dark pink. Sorry, I'm in deep thought. So I've been watching on Netflix, what was I watching? Dubai Bling. I was trying to finish up season 3. I started it a couple months back and I never finished it. It's hard to watch something when you have a significant other that lives with you that doesn't like to watch something like that. And I feel bad that I have it on TV and then he can't watch TV too because he's not into it. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to look for my white paint markers and I'll be back. I'm back. That was 2 seconds, literally. Okay, so here's the brand, SFAIH acrylic paint pens. It's an 8-piece set. There's a 0.7 millimeter tip, which is a fine tip, and then there's a 2 to 3 millimeter tip, which is a chunky tip. We're going to use the chunky tip first. You got to shake them. Really good. Shake them up. I haven't used them in a while, so I'm going to shake it really good. And then you have to press down to activate it. Okay, let's go. It's not insanely opaque, but it's more opaque than a gel pen, and it's more opaque than an acrylic marker. Trust me, I know, I've tried. They really, those other things, they don't work as good. I don't even know why they put white gel pens. There are good white gel pens on the market, don't get me wrong, and they're good for maybe covering up lines and stuff. If you're going to trace over a line in a regular coloring book, but covering up lines as far as like to this capacity, no Nancy. What's going on here? Okay. You're not going to get every single line, but what you do get looks a hell of a lot better than just leaving it the way it was. Just saying. You see that? Look at that. Okay, his ear. Oh, I got white paint on me. See that? I'm just messy. His ear has a little bit of line in it. Okay. And I think I'm going to use the fine tip to do his muzzle. Ooh, is this dried out? The fine tip. Same thing, gotta push it down to activate it. Okay. I just want to use a fine tip because this is such a small area. Every so often you have to push the paint down. That's the secret to these. And look at that coverage. Let me check something out in the back. Let me see if his muzzles. Nope, there's supposed to be a white line here. And scene. Let me just fix his ear. And fix down here just a little bit, just make the lines look a little bit more crisp. As I stick my hand. Okie dokie. And we have a finished Color by Numbers Care Bears Hatchet Heroes page. I think it looks fantastic. Let me raise you up a little bit. I'm gonna sign it. I always sign it. I'm gonna use my black gel pen to sign it. I'm gonna sign it in the crease over here. I just put my initials, AD, and today's date. Oh, what's today's date? The 1st. June 1. I think it's June 1. If not, it's gonna be. You guys. Now I just gotta let it dry. The paint markers are just, they're a little thick. But yeah. So don't forget them. I found these on Amazon. There is no reason why you should be leaving black lines in a white out area, because there are options out there to cover the lines up. If you didn't know, now you know. If you know, you know. Reading is fundamental. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed today's color and chat. I hope you colored with me or diamond painted and colored with me. I hope you enjoyed our time here today. I enjoyed my time, and I enjoyed speaking to you guys after not talking for so long. So Thank you for joining me. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you get notified of any new content I upload. If you are returning, thank you for returning and joining me in today's video. Whether you are new or if you are returning, I'd appreciate it if you hit the hype button down below the screen under the video. If I think it's on your Android or Apple phone or laptop or tablet, you can't do it from a TV. And really appreciate the hype to get my videos further out there in the algorithm. Thank you, thank you, thank you in advance. And without further ado, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Wonderful day or night coming up. Oh, wonderful day or night wherever you are. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.